So good day everyone. This time we're learning on how to conduct a time study. So my example is about a washing of a scrub suit with the same sizes. And we're going to identify its elements and we have 20 cycles. So first we have to define first what is this time study. So time study is a structured process of directly observing and measuring human work using a timing device to establish the time required for completion of the work by a qualified worker when working a defined level of performance. So now we have this video to show you how this time study have conducted. So the first element of this activity is to wet the cloth or wet the scrub suit and then wash the cloth with detergent. Continue to wash and wash. 자신을 사랑하는 거야. 솔직히 인정할 건 인정하자. 네가 내든 잣대들은 너에게 더 엄격하단 걸. 네 삶 속에 굵은 나이트. 알게 또한 너 일부 너에게. After washing the cloth with detergent, rinse it with a clean water to remove some of the bubbles. And then put that cloth on the water with clean water to remove the bubbles completely. Then after removing all the bubbles in that cloth, put it in a water with add fabric conditioner to have a nice smell. So that's it. And then after that, just hang the cloth using the hanger to dry immediately. 정답은 없을지도 몰라. 어쩜 이것도 답은 아닌 거야. 그저 날 사랑하는 일조차 누구의 허락이 필요. So that's it. That are the elements for the washing of clothes. Then hang. Then repeat that cycle for 20 times. 있다고 하는 마음을 나의 사랑으로 가는 길 가장 필요한 나다운 일. So of course, while you were washing each cloth, you must record the time taken as each element is done. Record the time taken if the first element in the first cycle is done, then continue to record each until you reach the last element and the 20th cycle to determine the standard time.
So here is the time study observation form. So the operation will be washing a scrub suit, and then the orator is Lailani Balina and observer also. So here the elements and descriptions. So we have also 20 cycles, and the elements are 1. Wet the cloth and wash cloth with detergent. Then 3. Rinse the cloth to remove some bubbles. 4. Rinse again the cloth to remove the bubbles completely. Then put the cloth in the water with fabric conditioner and rinse. Then 6 is hang the cloth to dry immediately. So after you have recorded the watch time in each element or steps, enter the data you've gathered. So here, enter the ratings that have been recorded for the washing a scrub suit. Then, so you have entered the rating now. Enter the ratings. So after that, enter the watch time. The watch time you recorded as each element is done from the stopwatch you use. So you use stopwatch, so record the time taken as each element is done. So, and also the numbers in the OT or the observed time columns are the observed times for washing a scrub suit. And as you can see, this was calculated by subtracting the preceding W values. So in the first element, so we don't have previous value, so we have 10.97 seconds. And then also here in the element 2, we have 46.02 seconds minus the 10.97 seconds. So that is the value of the OT. And then repeat that step until you reach the 6 elements on the 20th cycle. Just subtract the preceding W values. And the numbers in the NT column are the normal times calculated using the formula NT. Normal times is equal to the observed times the quantity of the ratings divided by 100. So just simply OT times the quantity of 95 divided by 100. So the formula looks like this in Excel. So repeat that formula to the rest of the cycles and the rest of the elements. So then also after you have completely gathered the data, calculated the data here, so we have this allowance summary. So record the allowance determined by several factors of the activity. So here we have personal needs 4, the basic fatigue 1, and then 0 for the rest. So the total allowance will be 5. Then record this total allowance to in this row, the percent allowance, the 5, 5. Then after that, sum the observed times for each step. So in this, the total OT, you have to sum all the observed time. So this is the observed times. We have sum. We just need to sum this column, the observed time columns, as well as in this the second element. So sum all the OT here on to the rest. And for the NT, also the same as you have the step in the OT, you have to sum also the all NT values in each element. So we have 6 elements or 6 steps. So for the ratings, you just need to divide the total NT here, the total NT divided by the total OT to calculate the rating, and then times the 100 to have ratings. Okay, so as well as in the second element, and the same goes to the rest of the elements. So we have now the total NT, the ratings, the standard, the number of observations. Number of observations is simply that record the number of cycles, then enter it in the number of observations. So we have 20 cycles, so we have 20 observations. And then for the average NT, we just have divide the total normal time for each step by the number of observations. Record this value on the box labeled the average NT. So we have normal time divided by the number of observations. Then we have the average normal time. So we can compute. So we have now the percent allowance, and also just ignore this elemental and the number of occurrences. So we have the standard time. So to calculate the standard time, use the formula standard time is equal to the normal time minus times the quantity of 1 plus the percent allowance divided by 100. So in the Excel formula, we have this H33. So we have the average NT times the quantity of 1 plus the percent allowance, which is 5. And also divided by 100, so we have this total. The same goes for the rest of the elements. So we have this standard time, and then to get the total standard time, we just need to sum all the standard time. And then we get the total standard time. So we have 123.99 seconds. So this is the total standard time. So 123.99 seconds, or in minutes, we have 2.0665 minutes. So which means that the standard time to finish washing a scrub suit is 2.0665 minutes, or 123.99 seconds, which is, for me, it is reasonable to have a clean cloth. So, but I think also 2 minutes is such a long time to take with just to wash one cloth. So I suggest that maybe it's because that's why it takes a long time. Maybe it's because of the location I was in, and I'm not comfortable to it. So therefore, I recommend that if you wash a cloth, it should be in a place where you are comfortable with, to minimize the time it costs. So that is all.
So all you need to do is to calculate the standard time to identify the time required for the completion of the work. So that's it. That's how you're going to make a time study. It is very important to know how to conduct a time study. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned something, and God bless us all.